Yo, what's up, bro?
What up? What up?
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's up?
What's good?
Doing
All
good.
right. So yeah, feel free to turn on your cameras if you guys want. We're gonna let a dude, no worries, Chase. We're gonna probably give about 10-ish minutes, 10, 15 for everyone to get in here. So just gonna send some DMs, make sure everyone's got the link.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Okay, we had Teo earlier too. Hmm. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? Good, good, man. Just gonna probably give about 10, 15-ish, maybe about 10. Kind of let everyone kind of roll in here and then we'll get started. Um, really excited to kind of go over especially what I've got planned for day one for everybody. So stoked. What's up, Alex?
How's it going?
Good, man. I like the hat.
Thank you. Just got it.
Let's go.
How you doing?
Dude, good, man. Making sure everyone can get in.
Nice.
We got some people. Cool. I'm gonna copy the invite link. Okay.
What up, man?
Yo, how we doing?
Good, good. Yourself?
Doing good, man. Yeah, super excited for today. I was dude, you guys, I was literally up till about 2 in the morning last night. But I actually got up feeling super good today. Not much
That's
sleep.
good.
I think just the energy of everything just kind of got me through, you know?
It's great to hear, man. Great to hear.
Sure. All right, got more people rolling in. Let's go. What's up, Mateo? What's up, MT? don't be shy, you guys. If you got a camera, turn it on. At some point soon here, I will ask everyone to mute their mic as we kind of roll through it until we get to the Q&A for everyone who is enrolled. But yeah, got a lot of really cool stuff to go over today. Today, day one's gonna be it's gonna be great. We're gonna really dig into some serious stuff today. But where's everyone? If you guys want to put it in the chat, where's everyone coming from? Where you guys at? All right, dude, let's go. All right, Orange County, sweet. What's up, Matt? Arizona, sick. It's
What's up?
close.
How's it going?
What's up? Matt, where are you at again, bro? I can't remember.
I'm in Virginia Beach, but I'm about to be moving to Omaha, Nebraska.
That's right. That's right.
Nice and cold.
Let's go. Yeah, someone was asking me where I'd want to move, and I've been in Vegas for so long, and it's cold. It's probably like 40, and I'm like, dude, it's cold. Like, it needs to be hot again. I'm like so used to the heat now that yeah, I don't know. I can see like being somewhere for like a little bit in the winter, but I just can't imagine what you guys have to go through with like the plow in the driveway and like ice in the windows, and I don't know. Not for me. Every day. I love it, man. That's funny. All right, guys. Yeah, so we're gonna give it about probably till about 11:10 to just see who else rolls in here. I used to live in Vegas. Brandon, nice, man. That's awesome. Well, definitely hit me up if you come back to Vegas. Yeah, it's funny, Matt. Always wanted to be in LA, but I'm so glad I never ended up in LA. And I used to remember thinking like, where in Vegas do people actually live? I didn't even know there was like a city. I was like, people must just live in casinos or something. But Vegas has been amazing. And obviously every single artist comes through here. It really is the entertainment capital of the world. So it's been cool. Did you guys anyone watch the Super Bowl? Are you guys sports fans in here? Mateo, I'm with you, bro. I was just like locked, bro. I was like, I don't even care. I didn't even find out who like won till later in the day. But for sure scripted. Like, no way that friggin' Taylor Swift's team was not gonna win. That's a whole rabbit hole. We'll do another masterclass about scripting of the world, but not today. Yeah, I'm totally rigged, bro. Super funny. All right, just gonna check on a couple other things. Well, Adrian, I'm glad you got your stuff figured out, dude. Did you like start like 5 new emails to get into Zoom or what, bro?
I had to go through all my 10. What are you talking about?
Dude, I feel like every time you have an issue, you just start a new email. That's what's up, dude. I like it. All right. You guys can hear me good? Like mic level's all good? Yeah? Okay. Dude, I'll tell you guys something super funny before I get into this. So I had some like clipping on my audio last night with the interface I was using. So I reset up my Apollo Twin. And then I noticed on my camera that it was like shaky or something like that. I like reinstalled my graphics driver. I like did so many things to fix my settings. Then I just realized on my camera, my shutter speed was like down to like 1/20. It was like one of those like technical problems way late at night when you're super tired and it's like the most analog thing ever. I remember there was a while ago where I was like trying to set up my interface and I like reinstalled the firmware like 5 times, and then I realized like my outputs were just plugged into the wrong things at some point. So funny, dude. All right, we got Robin coming in. Let's go. What's up, Robin?
What's up?
Yo, yo. All right. Yeah, so we're just chilling, kind of giving probably about 3 to 5 more minutes for any other late arrivals to come in, and then we're gonna get started. Nice, dude. I love it, bro. We got some family in here. That's cool.
Not really. We just have the last name, same last name.
Oh, hey, brother from another mother. That's funny, dude. I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah, it's funny with my last name, Gray. There's a guy I really like. You guys have probably seen named Matt Gray. And then there's actually another Zack Gray, exactly the same name. Some other entrepreneur guy. So if you search me, he like has some articles on LinkedIn and Forbes or something. Yeah. Hawaii gang, anyone? If Marcus joins, he's one of my one-on-one clients. He's actually in Hawaii. Maybe he'll jump on later. All right, guys. So I think we're gonna get started. If anyone comes in, maybe I'll let them in, maybe not. I want to be full. Oh, all right. Well, there we go. Right as I said that. All right, Cody, barely made it. I love it, man. Thanks for being here. We're gonna get started in just a second. All right, cool, guys. Well, here we go. Well, first off, thank you guys all for being here. A lot of people I work with in here one-on-one who've been in the group for a while, who were in the last masterclass. There's a lot of new people here. I've had conversations with most of you guys. And so first off, just as a acknowledgement from me, you guys are here because obviously you want to take your career to the next level. You guys want to really have an impact with your music. And so I just want to commend you guys all for being here, taking the time out of your day. You could be doing a lot of different stuff. And for you to spend it with me really does mean a lot. I'm going to go into a lot of stuff in my story and even why I'm really doing what I'm doing now, because it's really important just before we just kind of get into the rest of the week. And I've learned so much from, doing this since about September, from working with the people I'm working with, from doing the masterclass, and honestly, from having so many conversations with artists, not just since I, did this business, but just over the years of doing music and collaborating and talking. And I've learned so much from that, in addition to obviously just, being in music for over 20 years. So yeah, I really want to start off with like, why are we here? I think for me, the reason that I first got into music is because it just infected me since I was super young. Like no one had to tell me to do music. My mom got me guitar and piano. I played violin when I was really, really young, but it was something that I felt extremely, extremely drawn to. I probably had my mom, my sister more tell me to shut up than like, hey, you should play music, right? And so the first thing I want to kind of talk about is what it actually means and what our mission is with being a creative. You know, I think a lot of us get into it where we find an artist that we like and we're like, yo, I want to play shows, I want to do that. But I think it's so much more than that. And so starting with this kind of mindset of what it really is to be an artist or a musician or whatever it is, to me, we all have a duty. And the duty is if you feel like you get inspiration, if you feel creative stuff coming through you as a person, it is our duty, however that works out, or however we get to this place that we feel like we want to be, it's our duty to get to that point because, you know, this might sound really like straightforward and like kind of crazy but it's like your guys' music can literally save people's life. And the reason why I say that is this. So I got signed, I'm 34, just so you guys know, just for perspective. I got signed 2 years out of high school. I got signed to a huge major label. It was actually the same label that like Creed and Evanescence are on. Did the whole wine and dine thing, got signed, thought I was going to blow up, and got signed and dropped. It didn't work out. And at that time, I probably had like 30 songs that I had made that literally just got taken from me that I wasn't able to do anything with. Right. And so like I went through that at such a freaking early age that it really like it impacted me so much. And so like to think about that, to think about how early I went through that stuff, it's like it doesn't matter. Right. But what happened to me in the last like around Christmas is someone reached out to me. I think he found my band on like MySpace, like years and years and years and years ago. And he asked me like, hey man, where's this one song? Like I couldn't find it. And he basically proceeded to tell me that this song literally saved his life. It saved his friend's life. It helped his friend who was struggling with addiction, like get through this stuff. And I know my music's helped people over time. I know people have told me my music helped people, but it was really just this like super in my face moment where some guy that I had no idea who he was 10, 15 years later reaches out to me and says, yo, this song literally changed my life. And then a couple days later, what I did on Christmas is I released 25 songs from my old band that I recorded when I was around 18, and I just put them up on Spotify. And the reason why I did that is because I'm like, dude, I'm not going to let these songs rot and die on my computer, knowing that something that I created from a pain or struggle that I went through in my life actually has the ability to save some other person's life. And so it might seem really dramatic, but I really want to start here, you guys, because first off, what we all want to do, the level of success that we all want to get to, if we're like really serious with ourselves about what we want to do and where we want to get, you guys, it is really hard. Some people have luck, they blow up, but that scenario, like where you just release one thing and it's like catches on and then like, boom, it's like, that's 0.0111111%. And I think a lot of us, we get stuck in this thing of like, oh, well, dude, if it worked for them, it could work for me. And maybe it can, but in the way that different artists get to that place is so incredibly different. But I want to just start there, you guys, because the real mission as creators is like, you guys have an obligation, you have a duty. If you feel like creating music and putting it out there and doing that is what you want to do, like, to me, that's a mission from God. That's my perspective. But that's a very, very serious thing that I feel like all you guys really, really need to take to heart. So that's kind of just where I want to start today, and the mindset of like why we're doing this. It's not just about playing live, or, you know, some people like want to get girls or whatever it is, or get the fame or notoriety, but like that's all so surface level, right? It's like the impact that all of our favorite artists have had on us, whether it's like getting us through a situation or all that stuff. It's so freaking powerful, and the core of that is so divine. To me, music is one of the most divine things ever. So if you have an affection, if you have like calling to do music, like that's so powerful. You guys are so special. Every single artist in the world, whether you're a painter, drawer, graphic designer, whatever you do, it's like our job is to improve people's life. There's a really great Basquiat quote, if you guys know Jean-Michel Basquiat. It's art is how you decorate space, and music is how you decorate time. And so if someone's listening to your music, even if it's for one song, they're spending their time, they're decorating their time with your music. Like, dude, time is the one thing that none of us get back. Like, it also sounds dramatic. It's like, bro, this could be the last day for some of us. Who knows? And someone's going to spend that little bit of time that they have on this earth to listen to your music. Dude. So that kind of transitions me into my next point. And I'm going to share this with all you guys. You guys can go find it. But I just listened to a book the other day. It's an audio book, and it's called You Don't Want It Bad Enough. It's by this guy named Nick D. You guys might know Nick D. He works with Connor Price, who's that rapper. You guys are probably familiar with Connor Price, right? So makes this whole audiobook about his life. And so this guy is married, has a kid, and he has been completely independent his entire career. He's got billions of streams, he's got millions of followers. And he talks about like what he has to go through on a daily basis to get there. And so it's like, instead of watching Netflix, he is marketing a song or making content. And he even talks about, like, with his wife and kids, he'd actually go into his minivan. Like, he said he recorded like 50 songs in his in a van inside of his garage, because it was the only place that he could record. And so the reason why I bring this up is because I really think, and this might hit a lot of you guys, and actually hits me in the past too, is like, how bad do you actually want to get to that next level? Are you willing to make content? Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Are you willing to like spend money to invest in yourself, to like pay for ads or pay for content or whatever it is? You know, I have a ton of conversations with musicians all the time. And we talk about obviously money, about financing and working with me or all that stuff. And, you know, I get it, you guys. Like, I get it. And I think there's this huge mentality that I feel, and I have felt, like, we're all just starving artists. We're all just broke musicians. You know, but the thing is like, if you really want to make things work, you figure it out, right? Whether that's getting a job or doing whatever it takes. And so, you know, I just bring this up because from talking to so many people, to hearing what people actually want, but then seeing what they actually do. And one of the things he said is the book is like, you know, show me what you did today, and like, I'll tell you if you actually want it, right? So if you guys think about what you do on a daily basis, if you think about going out with your friends, if you think about watching Netflix, if you think about all these other things that you do, and then if you really audit your time and you look at yourself and go like, how much time am I actually spending on like growing my career, whether that's engaging or making content or doing all the things that you have to do to actually be a musician? And one of the biggest things, if not the biggest things that I preach, and you guys can ask all my one-on-one clients or the people who are in the last masterclass, is I want you guys to be independent. And I'm not saying that, like, if you want to work with a label, that's great. But there's tons of artists, myself included. Like, I've worked with almost every single EDM label in the melodic bass space. Okay. I've had over 100 million streams, but none of that has really, like, it's made an impact, but it only goes so far, you guys. And in the amount of money that you have to give up percentage-wise to labels, and I've said this probably a million times now, maybe not a million, but maybe like 10,000 times to people, but I'm just going to go over this really quick, you guys. If you don't know this, maybe you do, maybe I'm just a broken record, but I'm going to say this again, okay? Spotify pays about 0.004 cents per stream, okay? So if you guys get to 1 million streams, which, as you guys might know, is hard enough to get to as it is, right? It's about $4,000. Okay. If you work with just one other person, and most of you guys are looking for people to collab with, whether it's another DJ or a singer, you're going to split that, right? That's usually how it works. So then you're left with $2,000. Okay. If you sign to a label, they take 50% for at least 10 to 15 years is the normal length of most contracts, right? You're down to $1,000. Okay. If you guys decide to pay taxes, right? Or you want to have a manager, right? Manager's going to take 15 to 20%. Taxes are going to be around 25%. You're left with what? $600. Okay. But here's the kicker, you guys. Most labels are going to spend some money to help you make an asset. Maybe they're going to help with some playlisting. Maybe they're going to do just some bare minimum stuff. Okay. And maybe at the bare minimum, if you're a company, like, okay, every artist we sign, every song that we do, maybe we'll throw $1,000 at it. You know, these labels have money. They have like a budget to like invest in a release. Okay. But here's also the kicker, you guys. Most of the labels aren't even going to tell you how much they spent. But that money that they spend is in advance. Okay. So as soon as they spend money, you owe them that money back. And how you pay that label back is not from their cut. It's from your guys' cut. So how long do you guys think it actually takes to pay back $1,000 from 50% of the money that you're going to make for a stream? I have songs that have hundreds of thousands of streams. I haven't made any money back, like zero. And when you really think about that, like, it is soul crushing. And it's like, how can you guys make an actual career if that is how it works? And another thing I kind of want to bring up to you guys is like, you know, you have Millennium, Slander, Seven Lion, all the people that are at the top, right? I'm going to let one of my one-on-one clients in really quick. We got one more Hawaiian joining. Hey, Marcus, go ahead and mute. We're already running, man. All right, guys. So you got the top artists. You got Slander, you got Millennium, you got Seven Lions, whoever else you guys think is at like the top echelon, right? And then you have like lower than that, Nurko, William Black, Trivecta, Midas, whatever. Okay. So like to me, and I actually, I don't know if any of you guys saw this, but I made this flow chart a while ago. I'll have to share that. It's like the future melodic based flow chart. Okay. And so those artists who are like a little bit below Nurko, okay, and I know a lot of them, I've worked with most of them. Here's the thing, you guys. Most of them have another job. All of them mostly have another job. And I kind of want to talk about like the Millennium camp. Okay. So you got Millennium, you got William Black, and then you got Fairlane. Okay. And we'll talk about Said This Guy later. I have something I really want to talk about with Said This Guy. But here's the thing. William Black, best friends with Millennium. Okay. Fairlane, also best friends with William. Okay. And you think about that little sect of guys, right? So regardless of music or anything else, those people are connected like as they are actually friends. Okay. So I say all that to say, you guys, most of these people that like the level that you guys want to get to, most of those guys still have a job. Okay. But that's because every song they've done is through a label. And how often do you get these, unless you can really, really get to that point where you guys are on tour, like raise your hand if you guys have gotten booked for a show. Or put it in the chat. Anybody? Brandon's clapping, maybe Brandon. Okay. All right. So here's some perspective, you guys. Like when I played Lost in Dreams, I played Life is Beautiful. Maybe like $1,500, $2,000. How often do you need to get that kind of show to make any income? Tough, you guys. So the reason why I preach being independent is because I want you guys to get to a level, which you can without a label, where you're actually like able to sustain your life and be an artist and support your family or like do what you want to do. But if you think that the only way to get to where you want to be is just signing with record labels, then it's like, okay, good luck, do that. And maybe you'll get there. But here's also another thing you guys really, really need to consider. All the artists that I mentioned, they all started coming up like 5-6 years ago. Like Illenium started blowing up in, what was it? Maybe like 2016 or something like that. Different time, you guys. Different time. Okay, I kind of had this later, but I'm going to talk about this too. So, we talk about this in our groups. We talk about in the last masterclass. I talk about this with my one-on-one clients. I think a lot of us forget that Illenium, where did he have his studio at? You guys remember? Was outside the Sky's house. Okay. And even when Illenium moved out, I think he moved out with his girlfriend, he still had his studio outside the Sky's house. And so when you think about what Illenium did and all of his first music, imagine if you're Illenium, okay, and then your roommate is Said the Sky. How much do you think that helped Nick's career? I don't know how many of you guys know really the story, but if you think about his success and you think about the talent that's behind Said the Sky, songwriting, production, like piano playing, everything that he does, like, dude, he helped with everything. With everything. A lot of us are just inside a studio all by yourself, feeling like we can do it all by yourself, and maybe you can. But I want you guys to really remember, like, the biggest guy who most of you guys want to be like, I'm not saying everyone wants to be like Illenium, but a lot of you guys do, and it's fine. But here's the thing I'll kind of just interject with this is like, I don't want any of you guys to be the next Illenium. I don't want you guys to be the next insert any artist. My goal with all of you guys is to be the next you. So get out of comparing yourself to anybody. Like, take the inspiration from the people that you like, but realize like the only way for you guys to get to where you want to be is to be the next you. But remember that some of these people, guys, they had like really great support and they collaborated and they had teams and they found the right people and they worked with them. And that is how they got to where they want to be. And regardless of all the other stuff that I go around with, like business and content and all the other things that, you know, you have to do if you want success. I know this might be like, I know that, Zach, but nothing happens unless you guys have incredible music. If you don't start with incredible music, none of the other stuff matters, you guys. So the first step to everything is getting to a point where you can make amazing music as quickly or as slowly as possible. But unless you have great songs, it doesn't matter. There's no amount of marketing or money. Like if you have crappy music, it's like, dude, it's never going to translate. Okay. And then, you know, I want you guys to think about artists like Illenium or Seven Lions or whoever these big artists are. And imagine any of these songs that you guys like with no vocals on it. Or imagine it with bad vocals. Okay, I bring that up too because you guys have been in this space for so long and I've listened to so much music in the space. And I cannot tell you guys how many times it's just the most amateur, out of tune, out of time, lame vocals. And yeah, maybe the production's like, okay. It's like, oh, cool. But how many people turn off a song if they don't even like, if they're like, oh, this vocals, I don't like this. You could have spent like months and months and months on a drop. Like, yo, this is like my best drop ever. A lot of people are going to just turn that shit off because they're like, this vocals is crap. And so the reason I bring this up, you guys, is because the other thing to consider about all the music that we like, they had a singer or a songwriter or a team write an incredible song around that production, or even before. Like, you know, a lot of you guys are familiar with my music, okay? But what you guys might not know is that some of my biggest songs, actually my biggest songs, they started with me. They started with me writing a melody or a top line that got pitched. And then the producers, with my help as well, wrote the production around that. Yes, sometimes like I got a track and like then I did my thing over it. But some of my biggest songs started with me. And so the songwriting, all the things that go into just like writing a great song, regardless of the production, that's why I've had the success that I've had, you guys. Like, I've been a singer, songwriter, producer for 20 years. And the reason why, like, I've never, ever had to pitch a song to a label. Like, I'm not saying this to flex on you guys, but it's like every single song that I've ever done in my entire life in the EDM space, it was signed immediately. Never had to pitch, right? One of the artists I work with, he had spent $10,000 on vocalists before he found anything that he liked. Are you guys willing to spend $10,000 on vocalists to get something that you like? Maybe, maybe not, but that's what he did. And not until he worked with me and one other singer who's a bigger singer in the space did he actually have songs that he was proud to put out. And then I put out 2 songs with him and they both did amazing. So the songwriting, figuring out how to be a better songwriter, how to like find and work with vocalists and how to get them to like give you the best thing possible. Guys, it's like number one. Number one. And if any of you guys think you are good enough at producing to like stand on your own as a producer, I mean, cool. Like if you feel like you can get there, like more power to you. But even some of my favorite producers who I feel like are at that level, like I would say Flume, Skrillex, you guys can interject some other ones, you know, but those 2, I'm like, they're good enough producers where like they could just make whatever and it'd probably be good. But here's the thing, even those producers, their best songs still have what? Some amazing person who did an incredible vocal and wrote an amazing song over their production. Right? And so to kind of go back to the Illenium thing and the Set the Sky thing, it's like they built a team. Okay. You know, I've talked to some people lately where, you know, on calls with artists and talking about Masterclass or working on, I'm like, you know, what do you struggle with? Or what are you trying to do right now? A lot of people are like, I need to learn how to like mix, or I need to learn mastering. I'm just like, dude, that shit doesn't matter at all. And here's the thing. It's like most artists, even the ones I just mentioned, they don't mix their own shit. They definitely don't master their own shit. So why is any of you guys, why is any artist focus on like, I'm not saying that like mixing is not a good thing to learn, but it's like, that is like the last thing. It's like, dude, if you built a whole car and you painted it, like that last, the wax, make sure it's shiny. Like the absolute last thing before it goes out. That's what mastering and honestly mixing is too. So I'm trying to get you guys the mindset of realizing like what actually matters with like what we're doing here as artists, like what your purpose actually is, what's actually going to get you guys to the next level foundationally, which is great songwriting. And then why we like all the artists that we do. Why do you guys like these songs? And then most importantly too, is like having that team. It's like finding someone who's a good mixer and master, finding someone who maybe can help you film stuff so that you guys can focus on what you actually are good at and what you like to do. You guys can find someone who can mix your song for like $250, who I could recommend to you. How many more songs could you do if you didn't have to worry about that? How many of you guys are like sitting at your computer for 4 hours, staying up till 5 in the morning, like trying to get the right mix? I know some of you guys do, and I talk to you guys. You know, it's funny. There's that. Have you guys seen that meme of that old guy? He's like, I mixed the song like all night and now it sounds worse. Have you guys seen that meme? Yeah. Anyways. So, kind of brings me to my next point. So, you know, and this is kind of what I said at the beginning, but you guys have to understand that you are a business. And you have to get to the point where you look at your project, you look at your music like you are a small business. Like, how do businesses make decisions? Like, if you have employees, how do you show up? Like, do businesses just go like, oh, I feel like being open today. I don't know, maybe I'll close, maybe I'll go home. And so I want you guys to get in the mindset of like, dude, you guys are businesses. You're all mini entrepreneurs. And so you guys got to get to this point where you're like, dude, I'm a freaking business. Like, what am I doing today? If I'm not producing, am I making content? Am I like connecting with people? Am I, most importantly too, I think a lot of you guys forget this. I think a lot of us are like, yo, I only have like 1,000 followers. I have 500 followers. I have 2,000 followers. It's like, dude, if anyone sees your profile and likes what you do, dude, that is amazing. Imagine 1,000 people in a room, you guys. And even when you guys like make a video that gets 200 views, just think about 200 people around you or seeing something. I know it feels like, dang, I don't have this viral thing yet, but like, it's also switching this mindset of just like being grateful for the people who already like us and figuring out like how we can engage with them. Like, how can I add these people value? How can I show these people that like, yo, I appreciate you. Like, thank you so much. Because here's the thing, you guys, when you talk about like having a sustainable career, has anyone in here heard of the 1,000 fan theory? Anybody? Hand raise? No? Okay. Chase has. Okay, cool. Check this out. The 1,000 fan theory is this. Okay. If you guys can get 1,000 people to give you $100 a year, it's really simple math. $100,000. And so how can you make 1,000 loyal fans? That's some streams on Spotify. That's like, maybe they buy maybe you come out with a hoodie or something. It's like 50 bucks. Maybe they buy a hoodie. Maybe they like come see your show. Do you guys think you can get 1,000 people at some point to give you $100 a year? And here's the thing, you guys, you can build that right now. Because if you make one person feel really special, do you know what they do? They tell their friends. They check out your music. They say, dude, this guy was so cool. Like, I just found this artist. Like, dude, like, he hasn't blown up yet, but he's so cool. He's so nice. He's so genuine. And then they tell their friends. And maybe they're going to some festival. Maybe they're going to EDC. Maybe they got a whole car full of whoever. And they're like, yo, guys, check out this song. So you guys got to switch the mindset of just like being grateful for what you have right now. And gratitude is the one thing that's going to bring way more of that feeling to you. So kind of want to tell you guys just a little bit about my story and why I'm even doing this, okay? So a lot of us are at different ages. A lot of us are at different places in our career, right? But I'm 34. I've been doing this for 20 years, you guys, okay? And I quit my music career at the peak of where I was at, right? And the reason I quit, and don't get me wrong, it's kind of like a halftime for me right now. Like, I'm going to make more music at some point. But here's the thing, you guys, if I didn't go through this, if I didn't go what I went through, I wouldn't be here. And so I'm so grateful that I went through the things that I did. And I went through this such serious pain of like this thing that I loved, that I wanted so bad. Because if I didn't go through that pain, I wouldn't want to help and do what I'm doing now. And so like, you know, I talk to some people and, you know, they want to help out. Maybe they want to be coaches. Maybe they want to mentor people in the future. But here's the thing, you guys, I don't ever want you guys to go through what I went through to get me to be on this freaking Zoom meeting today. Like, you guys, I got signed when I was like 19. I thought I was going to blow up when I was at least like a couple years later, maybe. And then now I'm sitting here 10 years later, never completely blew up. I mean, I've had a lot of success, right? And like, if you guys know my music and you know where I'm at and you know the quality that it is, it's like, dude, like I know the work that I put into this. And so I'm like, where are you guys at? And so the reason why I bring this up is because like, dude, this shit is so freaking hard. It's so freaking hard. And so like, if you guys don't have the grit to like figure this out and like work with the right people and like have the gratitude to realize why you're doing this, you guys are going to give up. Like imagine all the work right now, you go for 5 years, 10 years, you're just grinding. Nothing ever works. What are you going to do? At what point do you guys go like, this shit's just too hard. Music's a hobby. It's always going to be a hobby. So be it. But the people that I want to work with, guys, the people who I really want to be in this Melodic Pulse community are people who don't want to give up, who don't want this to be a hobby. I want to work with people who want to be the next wave and who are willing to do everything in their power to get there. And the reason why I open this up for free today for you guys is because I want you guys to see the people who are actually here, who haven't signed up. Like, I want you guys to see like my passion and why I'm doing this. Because at the end of the day, you guys, yes, there's other people who have programs and they do sound design and stuff, but like no one is me. No one's a singer, songwriter, producer. I don't think anyone cares as much as I do. And I don't think anyone went through as much pain as I've gone through in over 20 years of doing music. Like, this thing is like, everything I'm doing is what I would have wanted like 5-10 years ago. Like, I'm an artist, dude. I understand where all of you guys are. And so through this and through the people I work with, like, I want to share 20 years of experience so you guys don't have to go through the pain that I went through. And so you can maybe get there in the next couple years. Like, I believe if you implement every single thing that I teach and you do that consistently, there's no reason why you guys can't get to exactly where you want to be. But to come back to my first point, like, how bad do you guys actually want this shit? And how much pain have you guys actually been in lately? Like, what has it been like trying to like get traction or finish songs or work with singers or like, you guys, I know what that's like. I know a lot of you guys sit in your studio super frustrated, trying to figure shit out, trying to connect with people, trying to like get traction. Like, I know what it's like, you guys. And the reason why I'm creating this, the reason why I'm so big on this community, the reason why I'm so big on having these group things now is so that you guys can be here around all these other people sitting in their studio on Zoom listening to me. And you can go, you know what? I'm not alone. There's other people trying to do the same thing. So how can we be together? How can we support each other? Because here's the thing, guys, like, all the people that are doing it, they got their own clicks. And you know who's not getting in? You. I know you guys think you're going to get into the Ophelia camp and the slander, like, and maybe you will. Maybe you will. But the thing is like, they don't care. And here's the other, you guys want to like really go deep into like the EDM conspiracy shit? Here's what some of these camps do. You're going to make your best song. You're going to make your best song ever. And then one of these big DJs is going to go, dude, listen. Do you know what's the best thing to do with this song? You should do it with us. And then you know what they're going to do on the production? Nothing. Nothing. And then you want to know another really terrible scenario that happened? okay, to a friend of mine. It's not a friend anymore. He had a song that was going to come out, huge DJ, okay? Put so much time and effort into it. He was locked in a legal battle for over a year. He got that song stripped from him. He got like a little bit of money. And then the song got put out with another DJ. And maybe you guys want that big collab, and maybe you're but here's the thing. If those songs that those guys got convinced into doing with those bigger DJs, if they just went, you know, screw you, bigger DJ, like, this is my song and I put my heart and soul into this. And this production on this song actually has the potential to really launch my career if I really, really gave it my all and I promoted it the right way. But no, instead, they're just going to give it to the other DJ. And then you know what everyone's going to say? They're not going to say, oh, did you listen to that collab with the other DJ? They're going to be like, yo, did you listen to that new insert big DJ's name? Happens all the time, you guys. All these big DJs want to do is steal your production and go play it and go on tour. Maybe they'll bring you on stage, but it's like, you know who it's really helping? It's not helping you, it's helping them. And all these artist labels, do you think they're ever going to let you get bigger than they are? No. Okay, so here's the dream now. Okay, so you guys kind of understand, you know, what really happens in the EDM space. It's funny, man. It's like the EDM scene might be peace, love, unity, and respect, but the industry is the opposite of that. It's cutthroat. Nobody really cares. If they see you have some potential, they're going to basically try to steal your shit or lock you in a contract. And then as soon as you're not making good stuff, and I have artists that I work with who have gone through this stuff, dude, they just push you to the side. And remember that all these artists that you guys look up to, they came at a very different time. And dude, it only worked out for like a very small handful of them, you guys. So the mindset to really like make your own thing and make it happen is to think completely differently from that. Because here's the thing at the end of the day, guys. Like, here's all concert venues care about: selling tickets. So if you can get your music to pop off through content, through different ways, and people want to come see you, you can go on tour. You can get booked at festivals. You don't have to get signed to any label. And so here's the thing, like, here's the dream for all of us, is like, you get to the point where your music's popping off, you have money coming in, you're able to like tell your story and to really have that impact that you want to have. And then you get to do all the things you want to do. If you have a family, you support your family. You have time with your kids or your loved one or your wife or your girlfriend. And then you're really making that impact. And you know what's the coolest thing about like not going the path that like you think you have to go down, or the path I just said, is like, you get to that place where you go, dude, I did this and I own my music. And that is what's going to feel better than anything. And so that is what I want for you guys. And you guys can get there. All right, we're almost coming to the end. I got a couple other points I want to touch on. All right, so on that note, right, it's like, that's the dream. And that's what most of you guys want. And I want to tell you guys something that's really cool that I learned lately. It's okay to want that. And some people might be like, why do you want that, dude? Why do you want to be a big DJ? Why do you want to be a big producer? Why do you want to, like, because you want it. And your guys' goals and your dreams, you don't have to justify to anybody. If you want to do that stuff, do it. And if you want it, great. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. And you know what I have written on a card behind me? I'm going to show you guys this. I don't know if you can read this. I'm going to read it in a second. Let's see if it'll. Can you guys see that? Okay. I wrote this at like, oh, did I have a date on this? Oh, yeah. I wrote this on New Year's. No one needs to see the vision but you. You guys are the only ones who need to see that vision you have for yourself. Like, I had a vision to start this thing, and look where we are now. It's like, yeah, I mean, dude, I've gone through a lot of stuff to get here, but it's like to see this actually materialize, to see you guys here, to see the impact I've already had, to see what I'm doing, to see this thing building, to see the people who've come out of the woodwork to like support me. Dude, that vision started just in me. And so once you guys have that vision and you lock into it and you commit to it, like you guys will see people come into your life to help and support you. And I will say this, like the reason why you guys are here to me is very specific. It's very important. And I really, really feel that the people who come in my world, like that's really special to me. And if anything I have put out into the world has resonated, which obviously it has, like you guys, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. It means that I'm doing the right thing. And it means that like the right people are coming here. Whether you committed to be in this class or not, the fact that you guys are here listening, dude, awesome. And like I said, that's why I opened up today for free, is because like, dude, look, I get it, you guys. I get it that you've spent money on stuff. You've like, there's a lot of options out there. I get it. A lot of you guys are like scared to commit or invest in stuff. And dude, I get it. But I want you guys to see where I'm at. I want you guys to see like where my heart is. And I want you guys to like see like why I'm really doing this stuff. Because this isn't just a business to me. This isn't just, I didn't one day just go like, oh, I want to make a coaching business. I literally like quit music. I went back to being a freaking server at a restaurant at 33 years old, going like, what the fuck am I doing? And then I went like, Zach, you have so much experience. You have a heart to help people. And you see that artists like don't really get the support they actually need. So you know what? Build that shit, bro. So yeah, kind of leads me to like my final 2 points, you guys, is since I have started this business, I've invested almost $20,000 into my own education, to business coaches, to courses. And dude, I spent $10,000 on a business coach that didn't work out. And I didn't really learn anything. Just like that one dude spent $10,000 on vocalists. And so like the best thing that you guys can spend your money on is skills and knowledge, because the one thing that no one can take from you is that. And with that, man, it's like learning from the right people, investing in yourself, investing in education, and learning from the people that like are where you want to go. You know, maybe I'm not Millennium. I'm not like these huge artists, but I've had some massive success. And I'm you know, even still musically with how many plays I get, it's like, I'm at a level where like you guys want to get. But what I offer is so much farther beyond sound design and mixing and like, dude, you know, I know a lot of you guys think that matters, and it does. And here's the thing, like, if you guys really want to like take a course on like how to sound design, like, bro, you guys know what they are. You know all the YouTube channels, like go watch them. Go learn that stuff. And you guys should learn from every single person. But what I do and who I am and what this is like so much more than that, you guys. So much more than that. And then the last thing I want to tell you guys is network and community is everything. I know that most of you guys need feedback. You need community. You need to talk to other producers. You need to be around other people that are trying to do the same exact thing as you. And at the end of the day, like, you know, I work with people one-on-one. I have different like packages and stuff, but what I'm really trying to grow with this stuff is a community, you guys, but a community of people who are actually serious, who actually want to like really get to that level, who want to look at their music as a business, who want to do whatever it takes to get to that level. So we're kind of coming to a close, but and after this, for the people who have actually signed up, you guys have the link. We're going to do Q&A after this. But for those of you guys who are here, who have not signed up, no pressure, absolutely at all. I'm glad you came today. If you do want to join the rest of the class, I have a little special link for you to purchase the rest of the week. If you want to come, just send me a DM on Instagram and I'll send you the link. Okay? But I appreciate you guys so much. Your art, your life, your music is very important. It has the power to literally change the world. And most importantly, it has the power to literally save people's life. So whether you see me again or whether you don't, or whether you hate me after this conversation, whether you don't, keep chasing that. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm going to end this main session now. Like I said, if you are in the actual package, I'll see you guys in the next session. I wish you guys nothing but the best. God bless.